Hey there, welcome back to the Happy Homestead. Today I'm going to take you on a journey with a new series, which is going to be what we're making for dinner. And I'm going to do this every week, and it's going to include three main meals that we make in a week. And so today is the first episode and the first installment with the first meal. And we are making something that I've never made before, but it is called egg roll in a bowl. And the whole premise is that anything you would find in a Chinese egg roll, you are putting it in a bowl. So let me show you what I've got on the stove. So it's half of a yellow onion, some garlic, I think 3 cloves of garlic, and about 2 inches of ginger. That was all just lightly sauteed in a little avocado oil. I added in 1 pound of ground pork and then cooked that through, broke that up and cooked that through. And then I added some coconut amino, so you could add soy sauce instead. I added some rice wine vinegar and some toasted sesame oil, and then just kind of like really simmered it through. I added in some carrot matchsticks. And then I took some fermented sauerkraut from our refrigerator and threw that in. You could just cut up some cabbage and put that in, but I just thought the fermentation zing of the sauerkraut, the cabbage, would actually really taste well. So all I'm going to do is put some rice down on the plate and put some of the egg roll in a bowl on top. I've been contemplating scrambling some eggs to throw in there as well. I might do that, we'll see. And then I've got some sriracha sauce here that me and my husband can put on because the kids aren't going to eat the sriracha. So there's no spice in there. And I've got some fresh cilantro I'm going to top as well. So simple, so easy. Let's put this together on the plate. Bon appetit. Hey there, today is day 2 of our homestead meals, our homestead dinners that I'm sharing with you. And today is really dreary. I'm looking outside and it's like rainy and dark and damp, and the perfect day to like lay on the couch with a blanket and watch Netflix and have a really warming soup or a chili, right? And so for dinner, we're not having that. We're not having a chili or a soup. So yeah, sometimes I plan the meals according to the environment, not tonight. And the reason is because yesterday was the Easter holiday, Easter Sunday, and my kids ate way too much junk. Too much more, and they don't eat a lot of candy in general. And it's not even like they ate a lot yesterday, and probably in comparison with most of American children, but they ate more yesterday than they've ever eaten any Easter. And so today I am counteracting all of that nastiness with a salad. So we are going to have a salad. I have so much kale in our refrigerator that I harvested from our garden that I've got to start using it up. So we're going to have like a mixed green salad tonight. All of the greens are from our garden here in our backyard. So there'll be some Swiss chard, there's some actual lettuce, there's kale, and I think some Chinese cabbage. So the 4 of that kind of mixed together. And then I have some salmon that I'm thawing. This one currently still frozen, but I'm thawing these, and I'm just going to pan sear them on the stove in just a little bit of coconut oil with salt and pepper. And that's going to go on top of the salad. And also in the salad, we will have some feta cheese, some beets, maybe some toasted pumpkin seeds, and whatever else I can scrounge up. Oh, and I have some lemon dill sauerkraut that we'll use that on as a side too. Get some fermented foods in their bellies. Oh, and I was gonna make a lemon dill vinaigrette as kind of like the sauce over the salmon and as a dressing for our salad. So that's what I'm gonna make next. I'm gonna let these salmon thaw. I'll put together the salad really right before we eat it because Mondays are our hectic nights and I need something fast and easy, and that's what this will be. But I'm gonna get the vinaigrette going now. So as you probably know with my dressings, I just kind of wing it. It's the best way to do it. So I have 2 cloves of garlic, 1 small shallot, 2 lemons here that I'm gonna put the juice in. Now, if you haven't seen it already, I have a homemade dressing series of videos of where I show you kind of how to make your own Caesar dressing, green goddess, carrot ginger. I think there's a couple others. And then back in December, I show you how to make your own homemade ranch mix, which I then mix with either buttermilk or yogurt or a little bit of sour cream to make your own homemade ranch too. So be sure to check those out, because making your own dressing will just save your wallet, save your health, and add so much flavor to your foods. So I'm just gonna add a pinch of Redmond real salt, fresh ground pepper. I'm gonna add a small pinch of dried dill. And I could not find any white wine vinegar or champagne vinegar or any other good vinegar in my house. So instead, I'm going to use raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar. And now we will blend in the olive oil. I'm gonna taste it. Because if it doesn't taste good, no one's gonna eat the whole meal. It's good, but the apple cider vinegar is definitely strong. I'm gonna cut it in with a little bit more of olive oil. Honey. That's what I'm gonna add. We go get some honey. Now we're talking. That should be good. Much better. That's delicious. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this in a jar and put it in the fridge until we're ready to assemble our salad and cook the salmon on the stove. I just wanted to share as I'm cleaning up here and putting this in a jar. So yeah, we get home from Easter last night, and my son, who's 7, he's a pretty healthy eater to begin with. He's pretty good. But he knew he'd eaten a lot of candy yesterday. And so you know what he says in the car on the way home? Just enough. Just fits. He says, Mommy, because we knew we were gonna have to come home, shower, get jammies on, and like get ready to go to bed because they had school this morning. And he's like, Mommy, when we get home, before I get in the shower, can you please make me a salad? I was like, I'm in the front seat, and I was like, well, of course I can. I mean, so at like 7:30 last night, my son sat at the table all by himself and ate a salad because he knew he needed some healthy food in him. I'm gonna call that a mom win, no matter what. So I just did some salt, pepper. I'm gonna do a little garlic powder because garlic powder makes everything better. Or I should say garlic does. Ooh, there you go. And I'm gonna do just a little dill. I have coconut oil in my pan over here, already hot and melted. And I am just gonna throw these face down to get a nice good sear on the top. All right, while the salmon is cooking on the stove, we're just gonna go ahead and dress our greens. I only ever dress the greens. Like, so I've got cucumber here, I'm gonna have the feta cheese, I've got some beets, but I don't actually put all of that stuff in here and dress it with it. I just put it on top on the plate. I find that by just dressing the greens, things aren't too soggy and it's not overpowering, right? Those other flavors can come through really well.
Oh, which one was mine? That one?
Yeah.
Okay, make that one mine.
Chicken macaroni, chili with my homie. Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna. Chicken macaroni, chili with my homie. Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna. Hot dog and bologna, chicken macaroni. Murray with my smash meat. Chicken wing, Look at his tail. Hey, Bush Bull. Why do I not get it? I am doing what she told me. I am taking my deal. She just got in there. One.
Bon appetit. Hey, welcome back. It's Tuesday. And before I go into what we're having for dinner tonight, I just wanted to update you guys because you don't always get to hear the update of how the previous dinner went. So last night we had those salmon salads and it was delicious. Really, it was. I think it was the lemon vinaigrette. I don't know. It was so good. My husband ate every last bite and he even said, "This is really good." My son, who loves salads, was like eating everything but the lettuce. He finally took a bite of the lettuce and was like, this is good. So then he ate it. And my daughter's as picky as ever, but she ate some of it too. But overall, it was really good. So I'd recommend you try to put something like that together. Okay, so today's Tuesday. So Taco Tuesday, but we're not gonna have tacos. Sometimes you just get tired of doing the same old thing, right? I do. So tonight we're actually gonna have a taco casserole. Again, something new that I've never made before, but it looks easy enough. So if you look online, you'll find recipes for these with a, 8.5 by 11 or 9 by 11 casserole dish. I'm instead gonna do it in an 8 by 8. I just don't really want that huge casserole and all of those leftover. So we're just gonna do it in an 8 by 8 today. Pulled some things out of the fridge, the freezer, and the pantry. I have some organic whole wheat tortillas. And I'm basically going to probably take some coconut oil and grease up the bottom of my pan here. And then I'm just gonna put one tortilla down. So if I were doing the larger casserole, I would probably just take 2 of those, right? And kind of layer them, overlap them a little bit to cover as much of the pan. But this works well with an 8 by 8 pan and an 8-inch tortilla. I don't have to worry about that. So I'll grease the bottom of the pan with some coconut oil. Put down a tortilla. I've got some pinto beans going in the Instant Pot now, and then I'll make in some refried beans, and then I'll put down a layer of refried beans. I'm going to cook up 1 pound of ground beef with some chopped onion, garlic, and these are some poblano peppers that I need to thaw. So I gotta go over the sink, but I'm gonna thaw those out and chop them up as well. And then I have taco seasoning for our meat, and I got a can or a jar of our own corn salsa that I made last August. So I'll mix that in and then top with some shredded cheddar cheese. The dog is sleeping and he's having a dream. Do your dogs do that? They like talk in their sleep? My dog's asleep. So this is a really easy peasy dinner, like super easy, but a good spin on tacos. So I'm just gonna brown to brown the meat and saute the onions and the garlic and then mix that together with taco seasoning with the poblano peppers too. But one thing I will do, I've remembered, is make my refried beans. I still have about 20 more minutes left in the Instant Pot for those. So once they're done, I'll make those into refried beans, and then all of our ingredients will be ready to assemble. I don't think I need to drain off any of the liquid. So I'm just gonna put a little cumin. Now this is not like a scientific way to make refried beans. I kind of just, I put a little cumin, coriander, salt, lime juice, and I blend it up. You don't want to have too much water, right? So that's why I was checking how much my water level was, because then they'll be too soupy. But you need to have some liquid so they're not too stiff. You really want that happy medium. And an immersion blender works wonders. I need to tip this. It's that easy. Gonna add some taco seasoning. If you have not made your own taco seasoning, then absolutely click the link above and save that and watch it when you have a chance, because that actually shows you how to make your own taco seasoning, and you can make it without salt, right? If you're trying to watch your sodium levels, and without all of like the anti-caking agents and preservatives that they put in those packets. And I guarantee you probably have all of the spices already in your spice cabinet. It's so easy to do. All right, I'm gonna add my salsa in. And the reason I did all of this in the Instant Pot, guys, was only because this was already dirty from the refried beans. And I did not feel like dirtying up another pan. That's the only reason I did it in here. So I'm just going to add my pint of salsa in. And we're ready to start assembling our casserole. All right, so I've already put a small layer of coconut oil down in my pan. I'm gonna put one tortilla down with some of my beef salsa mixture. And I have my oven preheating to 425 degrees. And then I'm gonna put some refried beans on top. Try to spread it out. Okay, and now I'm going to shred some cheddar cheese on top before I put the next layer on. Okay, let's put another layer on. We'll probably just be doing 2 layers. I don't know if I can get a third in. My pan's not that deep. Now, before anyone asks, I did not measure how many pounds or ounces of pinto beans I cooked. I did not measure how much refried beans I ended up with. So forgive me. I'm just kind of a feel as you go type cook in the kitchen. I mean, could I have made more beans? Probably, but I am gonna try and make this work. I know there's some people that really like those exact specific numbers, and I get you. I feel you. I totally understand that. There are times where I really need that too. But I feel like cooking and creating meals for your loved ones, well, first of all, it's a joy of mine. I think food is love. I really do. I learned that very early on in college. I took a class. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember what it might have been called, like food semiotics or something. I can't remember what it was called. But I learned very early on, food is love in just about all cultures. And so to make a meal for your loved ones it's a gift for you and them. It may not always feel that way. But my whole point in saying that is try not to get too hung up on the process and the recipe and the directions, right? There are times you need to, but enjoy it. Be creative. Make it your own. It is going to be delicious. Now remember, everything is cooked, right? The cheese needs to be melted, but the beans are cooked, the beef is cooked. We're just going to really, really warm this through. I'm probably going to leave it in the oven for about 25 minutes, again at 425. Hopefully I'll see it kind of bubbling. And then we'll take it out, dish it up, and enjoy.
You got anything?
How good does that look? It's really hot. I don't think it's gonna come out pretty, but it's gonna be delicious. Oh yeah. All right, so dinner is served. Yeah, I would probably let this cool if I were serving this to anyone other than my family. So it would come out cleaner.
Dinner's ready.
But we've got some guacamole, we got some sour cream, I've got some curtido. So yeah, we are gonna chow down.
Taco Tuesday.
So I hope you enjoyed this 3 homestead dinner episode, and I plan on doing more of these. My goal is to do one a week and just kind of get inspiration for myself for dinner, and also maybe provide you some inspiration too. So thanks for joining me. Stay healthy, stay well. Bye-bye.